All right, a good Monday to one and all. It is Mark Malusis, Keith Arizari. We are Moose and Keith, Better Sports Network. This is the BetterCast Monday Night Football preview presented by Fantasy Alarm. Get the Fantasy Alarm All-Pro subscription by using promo code WIN at fantasyalarm.com/win. Doubleheader of Monday Night Football tonight. Two games, both kick off at 8:15. The Titans in Miami taking on the Dolphins. Miami a huge favorite. Packers on the road in New York taking on the Giants. The Packers red hot as a firecracker here in the month of December, really the last 4 or 5 weeks. So two Monday Night Football games. I like it. More football, the better, especially when you look at two games. Maybe, hopefully, we get one of them actually is a good football game.
Yeah, you get the multi-screen thing going, right? And listen, on the surface, you go, Titans not very good, Giants not very good. Well, the Giants have won 2 games in a row, and if you listen to Saquon Barkley this week, he does not believe that this team is dead. The locker room does not believe that this team is dead. And the Packers, you're right. They are red hot right now. Jordan Love is looking every bit of what the Packers hoped he would be as the next in the line of Packers great quarterbacks. And then there's the Dolphins, who saw the Chiefs lose on Sunday. And the Dolphins very well could end up being the number 1 team in the AFC if they can, either win out or continue to roll the way they go. And the Titans, they're not going to go idly. They've got Derrick Henry. They got Will Levis. Like, this has the potential to be a really, really good Monday night of football.
Yeah, it does. It does. And listen, Miami's a 14-point favorite tonight. The total in the game is sitting at 46.5. The Packers are a 6-point favorite on the road against Tommy DeVito and the Giants, and the total in that game is sitting at 37. So you look at Tennessee, interesting when you look at Will Levis, but obviously it's about Tua, it's about Tyreek Hill. Hill potentially, making his claim for a wide open MVP race in the National Football League if he is able to surpass and become the first receiver in the National Football League to surpass 2,000 yards receiving in an NFL regular season. So he's got that on the table.
Can I ask you a question? And I know we're going to do questions here, but I'm going to give you my own question. Because you're kind of history buff, especially you and I in baseball. We know all the records and all that kind of stuff. I know football, a lot of people don't necessarily subscribe to the records as much, right? But if Tyreek Hill does the 2,000 in 17 games,
yeah, it's a little bit different.
So in your mind, do you want him to get to 2K by 16?
Yeah, I would like that.
Like if he gets 2,001 yards, then you feel a lot better about that number, right?
I would, yes.
Yeah, me too.
I feel a lot better if it's through 16 games. And tonight he gets a Titan defense that you should be able to throw on.
Yeah.
I mean, and they've been able to protect Tua and keep him upright in the pocket. So he should be able to have a good receiving night tonight. And then you get to the Packers and the Giants. And even though the Giants are talking a good game, right, their last 2 victories are against Washington, who then promptly afterward fired their defensive coordinator, Jack Del Rio, and obviously the New England Patriots with Mac Jones still starting at quarterback. So, and they won that game 10-7, and the Patriots missed a field goal at the end of the game that would have forced overtime. So let's call it like it is. The Packers are actually the youngest team in the National Football League when you look at age, when you look at their 53. And this is a team that, amazingly enough, even with all the pub and fanfare, and rightfully so, of Aaron Rodgers going to New York, it is Jordan Love who's developing into a franchise quarterback right before our very eyes. No Christian Watson tonight, but you're still going to have Romeo Doubs. You're still going to have Reed. You're going to still have an offense that really is starting to click here for LaFleur.
I find this Packers team fascinating, and the last name that you said is the reason why. It looks like LaFleur and Jordan Love are finally on the same page. If you watch the first 3 games of the season for the Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love was kind of slinging the ball around, and he was getting away with some things. Then the league kind of figured out Jordan Love, and I think it took 5 or 6 games in the middle of this season for Love and LaFleur to get on the same page. And now you're just looking at a different type of confidence level for Love and LaFleur in Love.
Yes, I would totally agree.
Which is a great sentence. I don't know if I ever would have said LaFleur in love before ever in my life. So yeah, there you go.
So for the first time here in BetterCast history, we've got a BetterCast doubleheader preview tonight. So I'm going to fire a question at you, Keith, and give me an answer. Which team do you think scores the most points tonight? The Giants, you're getting 25. The Packers, 15. Titans, 20. Dolphins, 10. Tie is 30. What do you like?
I think the best value there would be the Packers at plus 15. I think the safest play, I'll go with the Dolphins to score the most. I'll take my plus 10. Dolphins have the most yards per game in the NFL, the second most points per game in the NFL, only behind the Dallas Cowboys. The Titans are middle of the pack in basically everything, in yards per game, points per game. Dolphins should be able to get to around 30 tonight. I'm not sure anybody else does. I'll take the Dolphins.
Yeah, I agree with you. A quarterback, most passing yards tonight. Tommy DeVito, 25, Levis, 20, Tua Tagovailoa, 10, Jordan Love, 15, Ty, 30. I agree with you. I think maybe the value would be in Jordan Love at 15, although I think the Giant defense and not having Christian Watson could affect that passing game for the Green Bay Packers tonight. Watson, once again, out with a hamstring injury. I'm going to go with the most obvious answer. I'm going to go with Tua Tagovailoa with 10 points.
Yeah. I think you also, if you're Tua right now, you're looking at what Dak did last night on Sunday night, and you're going, you know what? I need to duplicate that or replicate that to stay in this MVP balloting.
Want to remind everybody, get the Fantasy Alarm All-Pro subscription, unlock all content for all sports, including the National Football League, the NBA, or I call it the Association, and college sports. Get one-on-one expert access in Discord. Daily and weekly rankings, plus sports betting advice, waiver wire ownership percentages, projections, stats, tools. They got everything. Get access to everything. Fantasy Alarm offers all year. Use promo code WIN, WIN, at fantasyalarm.com/win.